week when it comes to superhero movie.
That's how big of a week it is. It is amazing.
My tongue needs saving, apparently.
Supergirl. I mean,
I'm more of a Catwoman kind of person, but okay. No whips and oh, never mind. We're not going down.
We're not going down.
We're trying to keep it professional. PG.
13.
All right, so it's pretty big news week for the superhero news.
Yes, it is. Yes,
All
it.
right.
I would. Oh, you were telling me I
Never do.
No, really, I haven't been this hyped about the movie news in like superhero movie news in quite some time.
Yes, because we have learned from according to the Wrap.
Yes.
Which I had to go check the source, and apparently they have an exclusive. They've had a couple of exclusives
that have been
bad,
right. Yeah.
Even Hollywood Reporter is putting in their 2 cents on this. The Wrap is reporting that Michael Keaton is currently in talks.
Yes.
To reprise his role as Bruce Wayne.
Well, you have to quote that early talks. Yes.
To reprise his role of Bruce Wayne in Ezra Miller's Flash, because apparently the story that they're trying to build on that is one of a multiverse.
Yes.
All right. Now, also according to Hollywood Reporter is stating that if the talks work and Keaton does join, they're looking to do not only just the Flash, a multi-film deal where he comes in more of a coach type role, very similar to that of Sam Jackson's has Nick Fury.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
And with that, I don't want to say that's. I really want to see that, just because I think that Michael Keaton's got the acting chops. He's gotten a lot better since Batman. Despite what people think, Batman, 1989 wasn't the end all to be all Batman.
Especially when you go into certain details about the costume.
Oh,
You
geez.
see the costume when you're a kid, you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And they're like, oh, we just had Jordans. Really? Jordans?
That's all they had? Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't blame Michael for that.
Like crying Jordans?
I don't blame Keaton. I blame
people don't want to crease their Jordans.
Yeah, exactly. Let alone paint them. But my question is, the man is 68.
He's no spring chicken.
Exactly. So to put him on a multi-year deal, especially with WB, it's like every year there's a new regime. Every year there's a whole new change, a whole new ballpark. So I kind of want this to go through, but
you would understand if it did.
Exactly.
The funny part is because what a lot of fans are hoping, a lot of fans are expecting, is that this can lead to a Batman Beyond film.
Yes.
And everyone's always wanted a Batman Beyond film. And, of course, whenever the conversation came for Batman Beyond, the majority of the fans have went and said, Michael Keaton. Makes sense. He's already old.
Yeah.
All right.
Nobody ever went, you know what, Val Kilmer.
Well, unfortunately, because much like how we lost Joel Schumacher in Battle of Cancer, Val Kilmer is also battling cancer.
Yes. Oh, is he?
Yeah, of the throat.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. And unfortunately, personally, I like Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
I love him in a lot of movies, including Heat. I feel he doesn't get the appropriate
the respect for
or Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Yeah.
I love that one quote he has in there where he looks at Robert Downey Jr. He goes, "If you look up idiot in the dictionary, you know what you see? A picture of me? No. You see a definition. You see the definition of the word idiot, which you clearly are." So I'm like, wow, that went a turn I wasn't expecting. Wow.
You got to see the movie to understand.
Yeah. A lot of people, they want Keaton. We have a friend that actually has been pitching for Clint Eastwood.
Yes.
And it's one for one line that I heard in the animated one where it was voiced by Kevin Conroy, where he's talking to Terry McGinnis, and he said, "When I was your age, women used to throw themselves at my feet." Terry goes, "Well, what did you do?" "I walked over them."
Yeah, and I can see
I can definitely see
Clint Eastwood doing that.
After sitting for a while and letting it marinate in my skull, I've actually come to the realization that, you know what, there's one person I actually think would be perfect for the role of Old Man Wayne.
Who?
And it's a person that's not really old.
Who?
Ben Affleck. If you think the performance he gave as Bruce Wayne, You age him a lot more. Give him that little cane. And, give him a freaking Rottweiler.
So
just chill next to him.
Everyone is de-aging.
You age him up.
You want to age up Ben Affleck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That kind of would make sense, especially
when you play that line again. Play that line again with Affleck's voice.
I can see it working. Definitely could.
But in a business standpoint,
yes,
this makes a lot of sense to bring in Keaton as Old Man Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Because why? People like you and I that grew up on the films.
Go ahead.
I often go back and watch those films. Rex, I am 31 years old going on 32.
Yeah.
I still get a chill up my spine when he's holding the guy over the roof and says, I'm Batman.
Yeah. And speaking of that, am I the only person who remembered the first time I saw it where he died? I could have swore he killed him in the first time I saw that.
Oh, you know what? I know exactly what you're talking about when Joker shot him.
Yeah, like
I gotta give you that because so did I. It's funny and I thought Knox took over the role after him.
Because I remember seeing that.
If
and
you
like,
didn't say that, I would. Oh God, you jarred something in my memory. And I was like, oh my God! I remember when I was a kid, I was like, oh wow, but they killed Bruce Wayne, so Knox is Batman now. But I was like, no, they didn't kill Bruce Wayne. Look, and when she plays the scene over, I'm like, oh.
It's one of those. I guess I saw it when I was maybe a little too young.
Indeed. There's definitely. I often go back to multiple Batman films.
Well,
including Batman and Robin.
When they showed it, was it last year or the year before that? Wow, it's all becoming a blur. But I took the whole family. I took.
Oh yes, yes. I remember you you sent me a call, but I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
You were like, yo, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing some family stuff. Why? How long are you been doing that? I'm like, oh, why? I got tickets to go see Batman.
Yeah,
in theaters
right now. Like it was.
I'm like,
I took me, my brother, my significant other, his wife, their kids. Like it was, and folks,
tax attorney.
This movie wasn't covered under stubs. This came out of pocket for this. Like I was like, y'all want to go? Let's go. Buy the whole row. Okay.
Rex was like Oprah, and you get a ticket, and you get a ticket, and you get a ticket.
Yup. Yeah.
He got to the booth and looked at the guy behind the glass like, you want to go see Batman?
I would have. Oh man!
All right, and the funny part is because I was even doing this episode, I was thinking about starting with a joke about I remember when I was a kid and they announced Ezra Miller was going to be playing the Flash in a standalone movie, and years later, we're on to this news now because it feels like freaking forever.
You know what the worst part was? If years ago, how many years do you think that was?
How about this? I'll do you one better.
It was only like 2 years ago.
The Flash standalone movie?
Yeah.
Was supposed to come out last year.
I know. Well, yes. Based on their original. Mm-hmm. But they had the talks for two and a half years ago.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to go in pre-production, then production, and it kind of just never ever happened.
Right. It's to the point that if I'm mistaken, it went from they had some screenwriter left, and now Ezra Miller's screenwriting it. And, they went through... was it a plethora of directors?
Yes.
Various people coming in, I'll try it. And then again, you and I talked about before about studio meddling with Joel Schumacher's Batman.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to seem a lot like this, very similar to how we always talk about with Kathleen Kennedy over at Lucasfilms.
Yes.
Like, we got this director. Oh, we just lost this director. Oh, we got this director. Oh, we just lost that director.
Exactly. And it's like, what is the common denominator here?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, that's what happens when you have people in position of power over creative decisions and they don't respect the original source. Precisely. Or the fan base.
Mm-hmm.
But with the whole AT&T thing, I think now, when we talked about the Snyder Cut,
yes,
I think AT&T means business.
Makes sense.
They're not here to lose money. They're going to, and you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if they're the ones that had the leak of the rumor of the, but just to see how people respond. Yeah. And everybody's blowing up about it. So clearly this is a good decision if they do this.
And on top of that, they did something recently that I think was actually very smart. This past winter, we had the Crisis on Infinite Earths with the CW superhero show.
Yes.
There is an episode, I believe, maybe of The Flash, in which Barry's going through the Time Force. And he comes across, Grant Gustin's Flash comes across as Miller's Flash.
Yep.
And I thought that was genius.
Yes.
Why? Because a lot of people, much like myself, were at the point of believing we weren't going to see this movie. This movie was going to see the light of day.
Yes.
And then, boom, here we are.
Yes. And to bank on the whole, Flashpoint and Crisis on Infinite Earths, I think that's a brilliant decision.
Yes.
And you know what? If they could actually play this like DC originally did, because I forget which Crisis came first. It was it Crisis on Infinite Earth or was it Crisis Final Crisis? One of those. The first Crisis.
Are you talking about the comics or the
comics?
Oh, okay. You know better than I.
Yeah, I forget what. Sorry, folks. There are so many crises and crises coming up. Dark Knight Metal. Something. But the first Crisis blinked everything out of existence, and then the new Crisis, and then Crisis on Infinite Earth, brought all of them back. Yeah. And that might be a smart move for them. Is to just have the final Crisis, have everything boom reset, and then they build up another movie, and then have another Infinite Crisis, have another multiverse come back.
Yeah, it might pay in benefit to them, seeing how especially you have Matt Reeves' Batman, which has no connection to the DCEU.
To me, that is a brilliant move.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to play this, if they want to do this again, 4D chess move. That's the smart move on their part.
Indeed.
Have all of these wild, multiverses coming out of nowhere, and they go, okay, wipe them all out.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it could work from a good storyline.
Indeed. And what I really found interesting about this was the fact that they brought in director Andy Muschietti, which I probably bounced it. I butchered the name. I was sitting here before, and I was repeating. It even went and gave it an Italian accent. I was like, Muschietti. Andy Muschietti.
Well, everywhere I've heard that his name is pronounced, they kind of rush through it because I think everyone's afraid to mess it up, and they're like, maybe no one will catch it.
I'm like, my mouth's like, all right, we're going to go forward with the name, and my brain's like, oh, look, a squirrel.
Or if you just want to take a look at him, I call him Discount Steve Buscemi.
Okay, it's good to know that my mind's on the fridge also. He doesn't have the eyes. Rex forgot about the eyes.
It's all in the eyes.
It's all in the eyes.
Yeah.
So, I was going to say a joke. I'm not going down that road. Keeping this prim and proper. Muschietti.
Yes.
They brought this man on to direct The Flash, which I thought was interesting, seeing how he has a background in horror. But then again, let's look at something else. One James Wan.
Oh, yes.
In horror, mm-hmm. Directed Aquaman,
and look at that. Great. $1 billion movie.
And to the point that at one scene where he's going into the trench and all the creatures of the trench were coming after him, I thought that was a brilliant shot.
Yes.
I love that shot. That was my favorite shot of the movie.
And if in case you didn't know, Andy, let's see if I can pronounce this correctly. Muschietti. he did your classics like It and It Chapter 2, and that not so well known Mama that a lot of people didn't go see.
I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it at home. The funny part enough was that I completely forgot, and I actually like this actress. I completely forgot I had Jessica Chastain.
I don't like her.
I kind of do.
I find it kind of...
The moment I found out she got casted as Beverly Marsh, adult Beverly Marsh, I was like, I think that was perfect. I've seen her in such films such as exactly of The Lady in the Water.
Yeah. Again, never saw it.
It's a fairly decent Shyamalan film. You know, there's no major rule. There's only one. There's a twist in there. Yes, it isn't like a jaw dropping. Like, oh my god, he was dead the whole time. You know, oh my god, he was the bad guy working next to the good guy. Shocking. Oh my god, this is connected to that one movie he did years ago.
Glass.
Actually split, but you know, which led way to Glass. But it's
okay. Same difference at this point.
Yeah. I'm interested to see the take he can do. All right, personally, for the longest time, I've been saying that what they should do is a Flashpoint movie, because you've got, you know, even though Cavill's saying that, listen, as long as, you know, if the studio calls me, I will. He goes, I still got the costume in the closet. I wear it every Sunday. I will be there.
You know, and that's the thing I like Henry Cavill. He's about this. He's willing to do a Superman movie, and he actually likes Superman. He's about the fandom.
Yes,
he understands fandoms. So to me, anything that if you say, hey, we're gonna bring back Superman, and Michael Henry.
I don't know. Why are you tripping on Michael names?
I don't even know.
First Michael Schumacher, now Michael Henry.
I don't even.
By the time this we're going to be on Michael Ironside, Michael Chiklis,
Michael J. White. No, but so I think that they still have a lot of potential for this, and they can easily get back the majority of the cast. The only person I think that they really don't have a chance to get back is Ben Affleck.
Precisely.
But this leading to a multiverse, this leading to, you know, heck, if you want to get somebody who's even more, you want to get another Superman in here, not to replace Henry Cavill, but from a different universe. Because if you want to do a Crisis on Infinite, a Flashpoint, you're gonna need multiple Supermans. You're gonna need multiple Batmans. So I think that this is gonna definitely work.
No, we can see. Like, is the one, you got what's the name? I always forget. Tyler Hoechlin, who's currently playing Superman on the TV shows.
Yeah.
The fan favorite Tom Welling.
He's not. No. He's not.
He's not coming back.
No, he's not coming back.
Which I still feel that, you know what? I think he would be a decent Batman for the CW shows.
Yeah, the irony.
I have to put that disclaimer. I go and I'm like, I think he'd be a decent Batman, and people just give me the for the CW show. Oh, okay.
Processing.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential. I'm very curious to see what this director can really bring to this movie.
Yeah,
and because right now it's set to come out in 2022.
Yes,
I don't know what happened. Yeah, July 1st.
Allegedly.
All right, because again, I don't know. They may shuffle things because of the Tom Hanks virus.
Disease. Tom Hanks disease. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see where we go from here.
Yeah, and he did a good job on it. So I think.
I still stand by, like, somebody asked me, like, what I really thought about it, and I said, if I saw Chapter 1 at the time when I saw the very first one with Tim Curry, that would have scared the hell out of me.
Yes. So, Michael Keaton, take the boatload of money, come back.
Please.
The fans need you.
Please. All right. Anything else you want to add?
No.
Good call. All right. That's been our show. I've been DJ. He's been Rex. Please hit us with a like, subscribe, and hit up with a bell notification so that way you get notified whenever we upload our content.
You know, I still haven't figured out like how to do the bell icon. Like, I can do the subscribe like right now, but I can't do the bell notification yet.
All right. Well, until we figure that out, I've been DJ. He's been Rex again. And we are
the Sons of Cinema. Peace. Oh, you didn't do it.
All right. But it's a good point. This is the perfect point to end the recording. Why? The battery light has been flashing on the camera.
Oh, man.
When you do the editing, you're gonna see me looking at the camera a lot more than usual. And that's because I'm like, that battery light is just flashing. Do I just stop the recording and just tell him? I'm like, no. At one point, I was just gonna be like, and that's our show, folks.